Good afternoon and welcome to Friday with Fiona. So I'm so excited. Just before I started, my UPS delivery came and I've got a copy of the new catalogue. I haven't looked inside. I've seen the digital copy, but it's never the same as looking at it. And finally got to actually see the in colours. So there's some gems and the stamping right markers, but I haven't actually played with them yet. So that's after the video. Don't think I've got much more to tell you, except that the stamping rewards is now in place. So for once you spent £20 for everything you spend, basically you'll earn 10%. So if you spend £20, you'll get a £2 stamping reward, and it'll go into like a little bank, and you can accumulate them, or you can spend them, have them taken off your next order, whichever you prefer. So if you need any help, you need to have an online account to do that. If you need any help setting one up, please let me know. Also, I've just got my delivery of catalogues, apart from my own one, and if you haven't got a demonstrator and you'd like a catalogue, please reach out to me and I'll be happy to send you one. Okay, so let's get rid of my face and we'll get started. So the last chance list is full of stuff from the annual catalogue that's about to retire on the 5th of May and the mini catalogue that's also going to retire on the 5th of May. And there's loads of bargains, including the Bright Skies, which is what we're using today. I think it's 40% off the stamp set and 60% off the dies, something like that. I will put it on my blog exactly what it is, so if you want to check that later, or just head to my online store and have a look. So I've got 3 fun projects for you today, and I'm really going to miss this. It's so bright and cheerful. I have prepped everything in advance, but I will show you as I go along kind of what dies I've used. So this is the cloud, and I've used this cloud. I did do something with the big cloud. Oh yes, the next card is using this one, but I haven't used the really big one. I've used the lightning bolt and the tulip, but I've actually stamped the there you can see I've stamped the stems. Couldn't think what they were called then for a minute. Okay, so this is card number 1, and this is a version of a design by an American demo called Jackie Bolhouse. I don't know how you say her surname, Bolhouse, something like that. And it's tulips, and I love tulips, and they're so cheerful. So I am going to be stamping the rain, and I need my balmy blue for that. Oh, I had a tidy up the other day, but all I did was move things around. So balmy blue and memento black, and I have actually taken out the in colours that are retiring because pretty much all of them I think have gone now. I used to use Pebble Path for my sentiments, but I'm going to use memento today. So here's my raindrops, and I just need my card space. So once again, if you spend £25 in my online store, and you don't need to use the host code anymore, just buy whatever you want for £25 or more, and I will send you the kit to make the 3 cards. I can't do the stamping for you, but obviously I can do the die cutting, so I can die cut the clouds, the grass, and I probably would die cut the stems for you. So just need to spend £25, and you will also earn stamping rewards. So I'm going to start off, and I have trimmed. Now this is actually using the cloud, and this paper is from the Friends for Life. I think it's, oh, would you look at that? It's the wrong size. So I'm going to need to get another bit. Actually, do you know what? I think I'm going to just use Granny Apple Green. Will probably be quicker than me trying to find that paper. So Granny Apple Green, which is what that was anyway. No, that's not wide enough. Best laid plans. Okay, that's wide enough. I'll put that away later. So how deep do I need that? Actually, that's, no, that way is wide enough. So I just need to trim that down. 10.5, yeah. So high was that? 1 3/4. Shouldn't have this ink really. Recipe disaster. I wasn't expecting to do it. So all I'm going to do is let's close that ink pad and make some space. And I just went through and checked that I had everything ready, and I didn't see that it was too small for the card. Okay, so Granny Apple Green. What I could have done was use the from the Adventure Together. That actually is grass. So I'm just going to go to the top. Doesn't need to be completely level. Now, why aren't you going through? Oh. First of all, I had my neighbour mowing the lawn with a really horrendous lawnmower noise. Now, oh, there we go. Right. Oh, I love my mini. Love, love, love. It's still available in the boho blue, even though the in colour's retiring. It's still available. Oh, nearly lost a tulip then. Hang on. Right, and I don't need that bit of Granny Apple Green. Okay, so, oh, do you know what? It is the correct size. Oh, I'm cracking up. Anyway, you've seen how to die cut. So I'm not doing it onto the card base. I just realised I'm doing it onto this piece of basic white. So it does fit. But anyway, you saw how it worked, and I've got a bit for another card. Hey ho. I think I'm having one of those days. Right, so I'm going to put my card base to one side, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to mark with pencil. Oh, here goes the lawnmower again. Where these peaks and troughs are, because that's where I'm going to stamp my stems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be right. That should be enough. Now I'm going to remove that. And I've got my stamp. Right, now I need. Let's get that out of the way. What I really need is a bigger craft room. That would be marvellous. So I can see my pencil marks. You probably aren't able to see them from that. Show you. No, you probably still can't see them. So I just want 5 stems. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah. On there. One there. Oh, that's not very good. Let's go over it again. Fortunately, it's photopolymer. I'm just going to bring it a bit closer to me so I can see, so I can go over it. And the same with that one. I think I am going to have to learn to stamp with my left hand because my carpal tunnel is really bad in this hand now. Let's give it a try. If I make a mess, I make a mess. And I've got a consultant's appointment next month, but no end in sight. And there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay. I'm going to be going off the edge, but that's okay. Right. So I'm not sure if I'm done with it. Let's keep it to one side. So what I can do now is pop my paper, my designer series paper on. And I'm going to do that with some wet glue. Ooh. Okay, I've moved it down a bit just because of where I'd stamped. I was going to cut off the that I have there, but that's okay. So I'll just trim that off with my scissors. Actually, no, I'll use my mini guillotine. That's it. And then now I need to stamp my rain. So I need to make some space. I think I'm done with the pencil. I think the rain goes that way. Yes, it does. And my cloud's going to be there. There we go. Let's close that so we don't have a disaster. And then I need to do my sentiment, and I'm doing sprinkled with love. So the rain is sprinkling on the flowers. I did re-ink this recently, but I think I've sprinkled with love. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, it was coming out all dotted. Right, so now I need to put this onto my base, which has vanished. And I think I used, yeah, I did. I used a bit of foam adhesive sheets. So it would take rather a lot of dimensionals. So this is kind of a sneak way, not sneak, a quick way of doing it. And I just cut big squares. I'll put that out in a minute. Where did I put my scissors? Okay, so I'm going to cut and then I want some for the middle. So much easier than putting hundreds of dimensionals, which I would do. Trust me, I don't. Not. Well, I can't think how to say this. I use a lot of dimensionals because I don't like things sagging in the middle. So just 4 squares. And a bit in the middle. There we go. Mustn't lose those tulips, which I will need dimensionals for. Okay. Whoops, a daisy. Tweezers. Just Just making sure that's the right way around. There we go. Right, so all I need to do now is pop my, I'll use this for the, oh, sorry. My hand is absolute rubbish today. Put my clouds above my rain, and then I need to pop my tulips on, and I'm going to use the edge of the dimensionals where it's small. I know one demonstrator who cuts all of these in preparation, which is not a bad idea actually. Right, so I've got my tulips. I'm going to alternate them. So I've got 3 petunia pop and 2 lemon lolly. I think they are actually. They're too pale to be daffodil delight. I think I did daffodil delight on that one, and I wanted to see what lemon lolly would look like. So, right, where did I cut? I told you it's definitely not my day today. Right, that's 1. 2. That's too big. 3, 4, and 5. It's going to be a surprise when I turn it over what colour it is. Okay, I'm going to go at the edge there. Lemon lolly there. Lemon lolly there. Petunia pop. And petunia pop. And there we go, that's card number 1. Just really bright and cheerful. I just think it's lovely. Okay, so moving swiftly on. Oh, see what I mean? Okay, card number 2. The sun, this is the only thing I find tricky is the sun. So it's a good job he's hidden. But I stamped that, and then I've got a nice, so that is the stamp there. And then you die cut it, and the same with that one, which is what I've done in advance. And you brighten my cloudy days. But I think I'm going to stick with brighter skies are on their way. Doesn't look very straight. There you go. So that's card 2. Now I've got a mark on here, and it's definitely the front of the card, but I can cover it up. Yay, no problem. So I'm going to do my sprinkles of rain again. There we go. And I need to do my sentiment. So that's, which is brighter skies are on their way. And I'm going to do that down the bottom here. There we go. Yeah, it's much better since I've re-inked it. And then it's just a case of So I stamped and die cut the larger cloud, same with the smaller one, and then this is the one I found most tricky. I tried it two ways. I tried stamping and then finding which way the die went, which there is a way to do it. So you have here you have two very close together, so you just need to find on your die where the two close together are. Now I can see it straight away, but that's because I've been looking for it. Pop it in there, and so you line it up, and it's just keeping it still when it goes through to make sure it doesn't. Now you can see I've slightly got more white around here, so that's okay. When I tuck it in, I'll just make sure that that's hidden, so no problem. Okay, so let's just pop some of the in fact that can have all of that. So I'm just going to cover that mark over. There we go. Then my sun needs to go flat, tucked in, and work out where's that going to go. That's going to go there. Yeah, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of wet glue on the back of my sun, hiding the whiter bits, like so. And then I'm going to pop and that will go over like so. And I've got my lightning bolt. And how did I do that? Okay, so again, I took the edge of my dimensionals, which I've now lost. Oh, good Lord. No, yes, there they are. And I'm just going to trim this down here because I really want just a very narrow bit. That's it. That still might be too big. This bit will be about right. And a little bit of wet glue on the top. There we go. Okay, there's card 2. So again, pretty quick and easy. The stamping really takes no time, and then you just got a die cut, and brighter skies are on their way. I just love it. I'm really sorry to see it go. Okay, card number 3. I'm running out of space here. I'm just making such a mess. Oh, dearie me. It's my clear envelope for later. I don't need those, but they're beautiful. Love those. Can't wait to play. Right, so card 3. This is a play on a design by Michaela Tetheridge, the Crafty Oink Pen. I'm not sure if she still is an artisan. She was an artisan. She's so creative, which I've said many times before. I'm not, but you just have to, go with what you can do. So I've already cut. Now on this one, I cut my clouds straight across, and then I've had to put my other clouds a bit high. So this time I've gone lower. No, not lower. Sorry, I've gone at an angle. You can see like that, and then that means I can put my clouds. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. So this is my sky, my sun, the sunlight. Just going to pop that on with some wet glue. And it's from the Friends for Life paper again, which is carrying over. that on at the top. And I deliberately cut it a little bit wider than I needed it to be, to make sure I had enough coverage, and then I'll just trim it afterwards. So it's going right up to the score line. There we go, just trim that. There we go. And then I'm going to pop this on with this. Right, that's going along the top, like so. That can go in the middle. I need 3 of these. Now I could use the strips that we've got, but they are really deep, and it just means it becomes a large letter when you post it, whereas this will just about go through as a normal letter. So it's gone off the edge of the page. Oh, thank goodness that lawnmower stopped. I hate it's a diesel one, and it goes joo. Hate it. Giving me a headache. Okay. Making sure I don't throw anything on. Okay, so let's put our card together. I'm going to try using my left hand because my right hand is just useless. Right, let's turn it over, line it up. Not quite straight. Right, so now my son hiding those white bits again. I'm going to go there. Now, where am I going to put my clouds? This is what I want to. So I don't want to hide the fact that we've got clouds here. So that one could go there. And then I need to pop this on. Right, so I want the top bit showing. So you're going to have my cloud there. Yeah, it's better because you can still see the shape of the clouds. And then the other one, I'll go down here. There we go. Do you know what? I forgot to stamp my sentiment. Okay, this is going to be interesting. We'll give it a try. So brighter skies are on their way again. Oh dear. Right, okay. Let's try and line that up. No. So that's okay. You know what? Apart from getting ink all over me, I will just stamp it on a piece of card and put it over the top. So I just need a piece of basic white. That's better. That's not straight. Right, let's get pencil and paper, ruler even. Okay, so this is brighter skies. Go straight across. And then underneath, there we go. And then I can just stick it right on top of where my other one didn't work with some wet glue. Oh, it's warm. Okay, so I'm sorry about all the mistakes today. As I said, I think I'm having, well, I know I'm having one of those days. Let's see what we've got. So let's get the stamps out of the way and the ink. Right, so that's card 1, sprinkled with love. So you can see this was the one I did originally, and then this is the one I did after I'd re-inked my ink pad. So it kind of looks grey there. And then this is card 2. Brighter skies are on the way, or you brighten my cloudy days. And card 3, brighter skies are on the way. Same thing there, see, and brighter skies are on their way. So just some really lovely, fun cards that you can send to cheer people up. And as I said, the price of the dies and the stamp set, you will see them sold as a bundle, which means they're 10% cheaper than catalogue price. But to get the absolute bargain prices, you need to buy them separately. So I'm pretty sure that's 40% off and that's 60% off. So, you know, while stocks last. Yeah. Don't forget you'll earn stamping rewards now on everything you spend. Once you've spent £20, 10% you'll earn, and it can be banked. You can accrue it until you get a really big purchase. I think that's all to say. So just thanks very much for joining me. I hope to see you next Friday. And next Friday I'm using it's the airplane one, and I can't remember what it's called. Adventurous Sky, and I bought it and I've hardly used it, so I really want to make up for that. Anyway, have a lovely weekend and hope to see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.